Did you know mushrooms are over 70% water? So don't rinse them before you cook them. If you do have a few mushrooms with some dirt on them, just knock them off with a dry paper towel. Also, don't buy the pre-sliced type. Slice your own. They taste better. Next, we're going to season our steaks with some salt and fresh cracked pepper to taste. Now, for best results, you want to let your steaks sit out for at least an hour before you put them in the pan. They'll loosen up and cook much better and evenly. Now, it's important that you preheat that skillet for at least 2 minutes on medium-high before you add about a tablespoon of some grapeseed oil and swirl it around the coat before you add your steaks. Now, don't touch them for at least 2 minutes because you want to get a good caramelization on there. Wonderful flavor. Now let's check it out. Oh, that's beautiful. That's what we're looking for, caramelization. Now we're going to put it down in the other part of the pan that's nice and hot to get a caramelization on that second side. Same with this one and this one. Now that caramelization is good flavor. Now if your steak is thick, go ahead and caramelize the side too. Well, now that we got our steak seared off, let's go ahead and we'll lower the heat to medium-low. And we'll turn your steaks every minute so they cook evenly and they're done to your liking. So, use a meat thermometer to check the internal temperature of your steaks where it's perfect every time. I like medium rare, so that's 130 degrees. Medium, 150. If you like it well done, 165 to 170, but that's too well done. When the steaks are done to your liking, put them on a plate and set aside. Now we're going to use the same pan, turn the heat up to medium-high again, and you notice the burn at the bottom of that pan is called fond. It's going to make wonderful flavor for our mushroom sauce. Let's add another tablespoon of our oil. Might have to add some more a little later, and we're going to add our sliced mushrooms. This is an 8-ounce container that I sliced up. We'll add a pinch of salt, some fresh cracked pepper to taste. Now we'll let them sit for about a minute to caramelize, then we'll toss them up. Oh boy, the smell is unbelievable. And this is why I like cooking on stainless steel. That fond right there, much needed for that sauce. The sound of sizzling mushrooms in a pan is called the applause. When that sound goes away, the mushrooms are done. Next, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of diced shallot on the mushrooms when they're almost done. You don't want to put them in too early because if they burn, it's going to make it very bitter. The shallot is a cross between an onion and a garlic, so it's probably one of the strongest onions, so don't burn it. You want to just sweat them out a little bit, bring out that flavor. Now we're going to deglaze that pan by adding 1/2 cup of beef stock and then 1/2 cup of the Carnivor Cabernet Sauvignon wine. And any juices you have accumulating from the sitting steaks are going to go into the pan as well. Now it's important to reduce that liquid by 75% to really concentrate those flavors and thicken our sauce. Now I'm going to serve this with some mashed potatoes, but to brighten it up a little, we're going to add a little bit of the green tops of some green onions. Add a little flavor, color, and texture. Meat was made for carnivore. This bold blended Cabernet is an exceptional complement to your favorite red meat. It's layered with hints of rich blackberry, luscious caramel, and smooth toasted oak, and will really kick up our sauce. Now that we're reduced down on our liquid, we're going to add our 1/2 cup of our heavy cream and our chives. And we'll bring it together. Now our last ingredient is most important. It's our stabilizer. Contrast the sweetness of this dish, you have to put in about 1/2 teaspoon of red wine vinegar. This will contrast all the sweetness and make a more well-rounded sauce. But don't tell anybody our secret. I think we're ready to serve. We're going to serve this with a broiled peach. Simply cut your ripe peaches in half, remove the stem, put a pat of butter in, and broil them for about 3 minutes. These broiled ripe peaches are also excellent diced up on a salad with any dressing, paired with Starbarrel Sauvignon Blanc. This wine hails from the Marlborough region of New Zealand, where the best Sauvignon Blanc grapes are grown in the world. The citrus aromas and lively acidity is perfect for these broiled peaches. But what if you're a beer fan? I've got 2 perfect pairings for you. This Schöfferhofer Hefeweizen grapefruit beer is available in cans and bottles. It's imported from Germany and is a 50-50 mix with their Hefeweizen beer and carbonated grapefruit juice for 100% fresh taste. The word Hefeweizen means 2 things. Hef means with yeast, and Weizen means wheat beer. So when pouring a Hefeweizen, always swirl the can on the last bit before pouring into your glass. And what a beautiful color. It's crisp and bright and goes with just about any food year-round. And for a tangy twist, try the new pomegranate flavor. Delicious, exotic notes of pomegranate meet the crisp, smooth taste of Hefeweizen for a uniquely refreshing beer. Another great beer for this dish, this Sol Cerveza, or beer, was born in the heart of Mexico in 1899. It's bright and refreshing with a crisp, clean finish. This beer is brewed to preserve the beer's freshness and brewed to shine just like those who drink it. Enjoy.